Yo, 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 what it do? It's the Practical Progressive coming at you, bars, with a new video about Greenland, right? Why does this fat fuck want Greenland, right? Before we talk about why this fat fuck, he's literally eyeing the shit like he wants chocolate cake right now. But if we want to talk about why Donald Trump wants Greenland, I just want to show you how historically ignorant Donald Trump is, right? We need to get into that first because this guy actually knows nothing.
We want a piece of ice for world protection, and they won't give it. We've never asked for anything else, and we could have kept that piece of land. And
Okay, he says two things that are fundamentally wrong right there. He says, we have never asked Denmark for anything else. We have never asked Denmark for anything else besides the 41 people that died in Afghanistan helping us fight Afghanistan and fight the terrorists in Afghanistan, right? 41 people. And 20 years later, after these 41 people died, Donald Trump is speaking to the world saying that Denmark hasn't done us anything and they should just kneel to us because we only asked for one thing, and that's their sovereignty, right? Because they're weaker than us. And we think we can do whatever to Denmark, right? This is ridiculous. This is insane. It shows a very raw knowledge of history, if raw is even the correct term for it, right? And then he says another thing, right? He says that we owned Greenland and we could have just given it back. This is not true. What he's referring to is in World War II, after Denmark got taken care of, packed up, by Nazi Germany, we told Denmark that we would protect Greenland. We didn't take Greenland, but we would protect Greenland, right? And we gave it right back to them after World War II ended, right? In 1951, after this, we established military bases, 10,000 U.S. troops manned in these military bases, right? At the height of the Cold War, right? Let's listen to what Donald Trump says we need to have Greenland for.
votes too, I'm sure. So we'll have to work it all out. But he felt very strongly we need it for we need Greenland for national security. Not for minerals. We have so many sites for minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country in the world.
Okay, first of all, we don't have more oil than any country in the world. We produce the most oil, right? But obviously, that's the same to him. He doesn't really care. But he says that we need it for national security. Now, if you don't know what this blue is covered, right? This is NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Every single country in this blue, we protect. Europe protects. We protect each other, right? And if you look real closely about right there, that's Greenland, right? We protect Greenland. Everyone protects Greenland in NATO, right? If Russia went after Greenland, we would protect it. So would all of NATO, including Denmark. If China went after Greenland, we would protect it, right? And people were like, well, maybe they wouldn't allow us to establish military bases or anything like that, and that's why we need it. But as we've just proven, they have historical ties to America and helping America defend Greenland, right? So that's just clearly not true. But what do the people of Greenland think, right? What do the people of Greenland think? New poll. 85% of Greenlanders do not want to join us. They don't want to join us. They don't want to be like me and you. They want to be like Danish people. I think they want to be independent. But that's for them to figure out. That's not for us to just come by and say, you're under new management, folks. That's just crazy, right? And it shows, right? Let's look at this protest. Right? I'm pretty sure that is literally everyone that lives in Greenland. That is, I think I see about 40 people, and that's basically everybody, right? So they don't want to be a part of Greenland. We are saying we need Greenland for a complete bold-faced lie. That is not true, right? So why are we doing this, right? He says that China is a threat to Greenland. China and Russia, right? Why? We are not paying for this. I promise nobody is paying for this. This is the Washington Post. Maybe 10 people pay for this, right? Anyway, China obviously does not have any plans to conquer Greenland, nor the ability. It doesn't have the ability nor the plans to, right? What they want is they want economic leverage in the northern pole, right? Just like they've been doing in Africa, South America, Southeast Asia, right? This is what they want. While we are showing down with Europe on plans to annex Greenland, will likely give Beijing an opening to renegotiate with Nordic countries. Why? We are shooting ourselves in the foot. We are giving China what they want. They literally do nothing and they win. This has been happening for like the whole time Donald Trump's been president. I think Donald Trump might be paid by the CCP because of how much he just gives to China. Here, you want Canada? Here, you want France? Make all the economic ties with them as you want because we don't want to do integration no more. We want to be our own country. Fuck Europe, fuck Canada, fuck Greenland. We need to have it, right? It's insane. It's modern day imperialism that we're seeing from America, and nobody else wants to be a part of it besides America, right? So if we're looking at this, and you're asking me, practical progressive, why do you think Trump wants Greenland if it's not about protecting it? Well, this is going to be a crazy conspiracy theory, guys. I'm gonna let you in on a secret right now. I think it's about the minerals. He says it's not about the minerals, but if we look right here, if we go down all the way to here, right? Okay. The deposit is not far along in development, only completing its preliminary economic assessment in 2025, but is also estimated to contain a globally significant deposit of rare earth essentials, right? They are ninth right now in this ore grade in earth mines, right? And ice is just now depleting in Greenland because of global warming, okay? So if they are already finding this many rare earth essentials in Greenland, one of the most important materials that we could have in like the world right now. They give to producers, microprocessors, literally anything. You know, I couldn't make this video without rare earth minerals right now. Okay. And Greenland is having a lot of them. Okay. But, you know, just because Greenland has rare earth minerals doesn't mean Donald Trump wants them. Are you fucking crazy? Right? That's an insane step to make, right? But if we look at what they want, Trump's push for Greenland mineral rights could block China's access to rare earths. President Donald Trump told CNBC that mineral rights are part of the Greenland deal framework. If if we are going in for national security, why the fuck are we talking about rare earth minerals? Because it's not about national security. It's obviously not about national security. You know, one thing I always gave Donald Trump is he has good rhetoric. This is the dumbest rhetoric. I don't know how anyone believes this, right? Because it's obvious that he just wants the minerals. Just like it's obvious what he did in Venezuela was for the oil, right? Literally the day after, we all have to make a whole different video on this. The day after, he goes to Exxon. He's like, have the oil. We just gave all this oil to you. And Exxon's like, we don't fucking want that. He makes a big group just discussion with all these oil leaders. And he's like, you know what? I don't want to give it to Exxon because they're playing coy. The fuck does that even mean, right? So Donald Trump is over here speaking all this shit, right? Pressuring our allies, making them divert to other nations for trade because we want to make Donald Trump richer, right? He doesn't even want the minerals. He wants to sell off the minerals so he can make money, right? And so he can make money in his crypto scheme. Look up how much Donald Trump has made. Just look it up in the last year. I think it's over $1 billion just based on deals, right? This is why he let Young Boy pardon off, right? The president of Honduras. He pardoned all these people for money. And Greenland's the same, Venezuela's the same. He doesn't look at geopolitics as a real politic game, as something that needs to be, you know, cooperative with the whole earth to figure out these complex issues. He sees it as a monopoly board. I want this, I want to sell this, I want to put houses on this so you can pay me more. That's what Donald Trump wants, right? And it just shows. It shows with everything he says. It shows with all the videos I've shown you, all the articles I've shown you. And that's really the only conclusion that makes sense in my head. If it's not about ego, if it's not about legacy for Donald Trump, it's about the money. And I think I will prove that more the more videos we do about this particular fat ass that I have right here in this fucking ugly ass truth social profile picture, right? But that's all I gotta say. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what I could do better. Tell me what I could do worse, you know, and peace.